This is going to be my first video, my first build of Nethroi. Of course, I've been waiting a long time to do some Ikoria builds, and yeah, here we are. So I think all 5 of these wedge commanders with in Ikoria are very casual. Okay, they're not. None of these cards are powerhouses. They're going to be dollar mythics probably after they get out of standard. And that's fine. I mean, we're here to have fun. So Nethroi is a 5-drop, 5/5. And it's got mutate for 7. So that's a little heavier. And it's got death touch and lifelink. And then when it mutates, you can return any number of target creature cards with total combined power or less. Total power 10 or less. From your graveyard. So you're going to get, like say like a 2, a 3, and a 5 out of your graveyard for power. Now, so it's whenever it mutates, so you plop it down, you mutate on something, it's going to be a 7-drop. It's going to take you a while to get there. Maybe there's going to be some way to ramping to it. Of course, you're in green. And then you're going to reanimate a bunch of cards, a few cards with it. You got to figure ways to mutate it again. Now, if you mutate, you can mutate it again by putting something under it that also has mutate. All right. Now, if you were in blue, you could bounce it and then mutate it on something else, and then it mutates. It mutates again. So you trigger the mutate. So really, the only way in this deck build that we're doing here to cause multiple mutations of Nethroi is to keep putting cards either over it or under it that are also mutate creatures. Now, of course, this is the very first build. I've only added a total of 6 packs, I think. Yeah, 6 packs, so it was 12 altogether. And I have all of 3, 1 in each color, which is nice, but 3 common mutate creatures. And so as soon as this build is over and I do the selection 2 build, then I'm going to crack more. And I think for the second round, I'm going to crack both pre-release kits and the fat pack. So that's going to add 9 packs. So this is really going to be a very light up mutate build. It's the first one. And this is how all these progressive builds work out. These are both, the common ones, of course, are the weaker creatures. They're meant mostly for draft. And so it's not going to be fantastic as a build. I mean, you're only going to have the first time you do it, and then at any one time at most 3 other times in the game that you're going to be able to do the same thing. Again, there's really no easy way to bounce it. As a matter of fact, your opponent could help you by whacking it, and then you get to mutate again. So if anything, your opponent would be best served by putting a pacifism on it or something, neutralizing it somehow, but not knocking it out. All right. Now, as far as what to build is concerned, I did not go for populate. Okay. I went, if a card has counters, that's great. I went for some lifelink. If the card has lifelink, that's great. Amass, I think, is going to be the thing. So I think the cards that are definitely in the build are tokenizers, as I call tokenizers, and amass. So anything that creates tokens is going to be golden. If it creates tokens when it dies, because, and I'll give you an example from some testing that I did on MTGO. If you mutate over, let's just say you mutate over this critter. It's a 2-drop. You pay 2. Okay, so you think of it this way. You're going to put it under it, and you think, oh, well, that's great. So it's got all these abilities. That's really wonderful. Yeah, but you paid the casting cost. You cast this already. You pay 2, and then now you have to pay whatever the mutate cost is. And so, in my opinion, I mean, again, that's just I'm as new to mutate as everybody else. In my opinion, and at least when I've been testing it, the best targets for me have been 1/1 counters, and amass is the best because you only get 1 amass token. But if you cover it up with a mutate creature, or you put a mutate creature under it, it's some, well, actually, yeah, you have to put it over it. And I did do this and it works. So you mutate over the amass token, and then the next amass effect that you have, you get another token. So that's really good. So anyways, I think that's what I think the what to build for this. So after this, we're going to go through a bunch of cards, and I think I want to do some of it in this video. So what are we looking for that is really primordial, has to be in the build, no matter what. And I'm not doing it by casting cost yet, but I'm going to select out things that I know for sure have to be in the build. So I'm going to look for anything that makes a token. All right, whether it has a counter or not, anything that makes a token, like this, is in. And anything that is that's just really good. Now, I also have a Johnny in this build. All right, and so because I have a Johnny, I want to gain life. But boy, I mean, gaining life for a single creature doesn't make any sense. I have a couple other creatures that benefit from gaining life, so I'll go for that as well. But this is really a very early build. It's kind of almost like a pre-build. So I'm not gonna really, I'm not gonna polish the third on this one. So I'm gonna say lifelink. Not sure if I care if it gets counters yet. Just lifelink Ajani cards and tokens will go in flyers. And of course, these are really important cards in here for sure. Okay, now one really small difference that I really like about Sworn Companions is that the tokens have lifelink here. These don't. Okay, that's I think an important distinction. So I'm gonna make a selection for what I think are really good cards, and then we'll make a build with it. But I'm not gonna polish this build. This is gonna be a quick build, in my opinion. Of course, you never know where these go, because then I get into it and I'm like, oh, I want to do more. But I've been looking at these cards for a few days now. Well, I mean, I'm saying within the context of an Ikoria build, I've been looking at some of these cards for months. Yeah, that would be good. Not really, I'm not triggering proliferate here. Giving something flying, yeah. And then I'll look at the exile artifact. No, I'm not gonna be on counters. I'm really not. I love pacifism, so I think I want to consider it. And yeah, this is really versatile. It's a very versatile one drop. I think this card is fantastic. Even though I'm not on counters, I think it's a great effect. I really think so. And of course, the star of our show, Ajani. But there aren't enough. This is not a Soul Sisters build. So really, there's not that many cards in here that benefit from, yeah, proliferate. I'm not going to do that. Sake, gain indestructible. I'm not really crazy about that. A life linker, yeah, sure. Big flyer, yeah. I'll take the big flyers. This card would be so much better. I was looking at it yesterday. If you could free cast it with something, yeah, one of the free casters like Elvish Piper, I think is a free caster. Because look at that. I mean, it's got a really good row of abilities. It just happens to be a 6/3/3. Yeah, cut in half. Yeah, this guy's always in. The tokens are a little heavy, so you wouldn't use it for the tokens. You use this guy because he's great. This is the other card. So this is something that I think makes this build a very early build, too early a build, something to enhance later. But I am planning to take these Wedge Commanders all the way to adding cards from Modern, from all the Modern sets, just for fun. And I think, well, I pulled a Serra Ascendant in the M11 Fab Pack. It's going to go in here for sure. But this is the other card that would benefit. Yeah, it's a lowly common, but it gains lifelink. And we're going for a lifelink just for kicks. Creates a token. Yeah, that's good. Flying. It's got a little bit of a death and taxes thingy going on. Yeah. I think it's a nice comeback trick in white. Yeah, for sure. Nice combat trick. I would leave it for a second round. Yep, I always use this card in white, and the same here. Not sure if I'm in the reduced damage thingy. It's a nice combat trick. I don't know. It's just too much. I think it's too much for what I'm doing. Of course, another auto include. And I'll thin these down and lay them down by mana. But I'm making a converted mana cost. But I'm making a first round. No, not for 5. No, I have a fair number of non-creature spells, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put this in for now. See how it plays out. Same with planar cleansing. Now, when it comes to amassed, I mean these guys are in for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Not sure that I need this card or this one. Yep, because I'm reanimating this. I'm always surprised about this comment. It's actually pretty good. Lifelink haste as a 1-drop, sure. Yeah, not quite. Sack a creature, gain life equal to it, destroy target creature. Yeah, another sack a creature. Yeah, sack and destroy. Get rid of it outright. Rescue a bunch of cards from your graveyard. I always want to have this type of card as an option. I really do. Draw. Fish something out of the graveyard. I will put it in for now. Destroy, put a menace counter. I'm going to pass. It's a nice neuter, but I've got better things to do. Flyer that gets something out of the graveyard, I'll put it in for now. Big flyer, always welcome. Place from the graveyard, great. This is the third card in the deck that actually benefits from a lifelink strategy. So yeah, and of course, costing a sack for your sack is always good, especially if you're going to be doing tokens as much as possible. Yeah, move the counters around. I like that. This guy is great. I mean, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Oof, that's nice. And Massacre Girl, I always want to put it in these days. I'll have to think about it, but yeah. And this guy too, very good card. And this guy. And I want to create rat tokens in this specific deck. Also, Amass is very good. Flash Flyer. I'm going to pass. And then, so we're going through black. I'm not on a gain life, lose life. No. Search for a card, put it in the graveyard. That's really nice. Yeah, that definitely fits my strategy. And feed the graveyard, of course. Been doing a lot of graveyard decks. I did when I did the Kalia, it was white, red, black. I had some reanimation cards in there as well, and I just did it selection 2. What was it? Abzan? No, this is Abzan. I was doing Bug. And yeah, so I've been doing a lot of graveyard. I think the next round, I'm hoping not to have any graveyard, just to mix it up. Yeah. No, I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to keep that. I always want to play this card. Always want to give it a shot. And the same with the Lee line. and the reanimation spells and the big flyer. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to pass on that too. And I don't really need to look at my opponent's hand. Yeah, sure, if we had really good spells that could exile my graveyard. Let's keep it. And exile target opponent's graveyard, that's pretty good. And looking at, yeah, I would look at somebody's hand. Yeah, sure, why not? And amass 2, of course. Big exile, I like it. I'm going to pass on this one because I'm not. If I had a ton of Ikoria, I would consider this card. But this is more like an Ikoria-centric, especially limited card. And we're going to stop right here.